People are starting to look at San Luis Obispo instead of places like Santa Barbara and Carmel to move. And today we're going to cover the top 3 reasons why.
My name is Paul Swack. I'm a real estate broker here in San Luis Obispo. This is Megan Smith, and we're excited to jump into this today. We feel like we live in a bubble. We're both kind of born and raised here, and today we're going to dive into kind of what that means. It's been a little bit of a different Central Coast, I would say, since 2020 and COVID hit, and we're going to go through some reasons that we think that exists.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about San Luis Obispo County, not city. So this is covering kind of all of the cities in San Luis Obispo.
Why don't you start with number 1, and then we'll kind of talk a little bit about each.
Perfect. So number 1 is you get the same lifestyle for less, essentially. So people are now starting to realize that they can get coastal living, wineries, and great weather, just like you can, like I was saying, in Santa Barbara or Carmel, but with a more approachable price point. And so it's basically getting more bang for your buck kind of being here compared to those bigger cities. So I think since COVID, people have just started to see that and realize that even though it is getting more expensive here, it is still less expensive than those 2 cities.
And it kind of, like we've talked about before in different videos, we had these barriers up of Santa Barbara and Carmel, right? So like a lot of people in the Bay Area would stop in Carmel, Monterey, a little bit closer. They still got that beach feel, the getaway. Same thing with Santa Barbara, where LA could go to Santa Barbara and have a full getaway, and they still do.
Yes.
But what's happened is they've also now come here and they found everything that you just said.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's an hour more drive for them from those cities. And I think you can get, in a smaller town, which is like a little more, I don't know, like I was saying, approachable, but just it's more inviting, I think, a lot of the time too, after all of that.
And it just continues to get better, in my opinion.
I agree.
So
we're biased, but
yeah, we are. Okay, let's go to number 2, which is, to kind of just add on to what you're saying. The slower pace with like a little bit more of the isolated feel. San Luis Obispo County, it kind of hits like the sweet spot for people where it's a little more laid back, slower lifestyle, less traffic congestion. All of those things kind of add, I would say, like a little bit more sense of community as well.
Yes.
So you still get the restaurants, some shopping. You don't really need to go out of the area.
No.
But if you do, it's only a couple hours south or north to be in a bigger city.
Whether that is to Santa Barbara or LA or SF or Carmel.
Yeah, exactly. Or even if you go east from here, you're in the mountains. So we kind of live centrally located where I think people that maybe didn't want to move so far away from something have found so many positive things here that also understand that it's not that far away from where they originally were, or when maybe they have family and friends that they can still visit.
Very true. And I think too, like now that more people are finding this area and kind of discovering the Central Coast, we do see more traffic. We do see more, not of a slow season, typically from like end of August to even February would be slow season, and there's not as much of that anymore, but it is still compared way less congested than bigger cities in California around here.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And if we go into number 3, I think I kind of ended up running into number 3 for you, but you can kind of start with number 3 and we'll add on to that.
No, just exactly like I was saying. It's compared to the bigger cities like Carmel, they're more built out. So you get more privacy, you get bigger lots here, better views. You can find an ocean view property for, depends, but from $1 million to $3 million, depending, but it is just it's a little more inviting.
Right. And I would just say, for number 3, when we talk about like space, privacy, lifestyle, we're combining number 1 and 2 together.
Yes.
I think one of the things that I continue to hear about San Luis Obispo County, and both of us being from here, it's kind of cool that you can be in Shell Beach where you have maybe a little bit of like a foggy morning and it's summertime and then it clears up and you're on the beach and that community is great. But you could go to like Arroyo Grande where our office is and the sun is out earlier, totally different vibe than the beach, more community. But you can also drive to Paso Robles where you've got the wineries. It might be 104 there where it's 72 here.
It's so true.
And we're still in the same county, right?
Only 45, depending, but Paso's 45 minutes from here.
Right. Or going to Carmel, starting up the path to Big Sur, that hits you all the way San Luis Obispo County up to Monterey County.
Yeah.
So the county-wide, you just have so many different options. It's almost like you can hit anybody's preference of how you want to live.
Yeah.
Mountains, beach, lake, hot weather, cool weather.
within like an hour radius of all of it. And that's really what happened this morning. Both Paul and I live in Shell Beach, and it was almost raining. It was so foggy, and I knew it was going to be almost 80 in Oro Grande today. So you have to kind of dress for where you know you're going to be. And
that's a 7-minute drive,
layers,
right? You were 5 minutes away from that weather being that much of a difference. Yes. So that's kind of our update on, a little bit of why people are coming here. We have just seen a complete uptick in the Bay Area and LA Orange County as far as our clients go.
Yes.
Prior to COVID, before 2020, it was a very small portion of our personal sales.
Yeah.
And I would say it's like 40% of our sales, if not more now, of people moving from Orange County, LA, and San Francisco to the Central Coast. And so that's why we're making the video. We also kind of wanted to do like a little shout out to people that have been watching our videos. It's so fun. We've been able to sell houses to people from our videos that have come in and get a chance to really get a chance to know us.
Yep.
But also people that have just popped by the office and said like, hey, we were walking through the village of Oro Grande and we saw your building and we wanted to come and say hi. And so we wanted to just extend that invitation where if you come in and tell us that you watched your videos, we'll have something that we can give you or do for you. We have great coffee and snacks and stuff, but we'd love to be able to hear your feedback and just meet you if you have any interest in coming by. Yeah,
we just had a couple come in yesterday, just like as you were saying, they had watched our videos. They're not buying or selling right now, but they watched them and they just wanted to come say hi. They saw our building. So we need to have like some gift cards just on hand. So
we do. We have some. We have some Starbucks ones we could give right there. And then also, they watched ones about the restaurants and they were going to eat at some of the restaurants that we recommended. So that's really cool.
It's cool for us to get some feedback like that. So if you're ever in the area, please come stop by. We're almost always here. So we'd love to see you guys.
Sounds good.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.